What's up, comic fans? Welcome back to this week's new comic book day haul. I'm gonna share it with you right after this. So welcome back. And it's gonna be my pleasure to share with you this week's comic haul. But first, please smash that like button. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit that notification bell if you like the content. And now let's just get into the comics, all right? So we're going to start off with 3 comics I found in a shop. They were all 20% off, and at 20% off, I just couldn't resist. They are not from this week. They're from previous weeks. But I got Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures #1. This seems to be a pretty hot title, High Republic Adventures, and especially just the High Republic, Star Wars High Republic. So those are some books that are flying off shelves. So I saw that it was 20% off. I said, hey, why not? Then I got Future State. This is Immortal Wonder Woman #1. This is a Peach Momoko cover. So 20% off. I thought this was a pretty fierce cover. So I said, let me pick that up. And I did. Haven't read it yet, but I heard it's a really good series, and I'm looking forward to diving into that book. Last but not least, this one was a shocker at 3%, at 20% off, not 3% off, but I said 3% because this is #3. This is Taskmaster #3. It's the first appearance of Takeguchi, the Korean superhero. So this has been selling well on eBay. I think last week it was probably going for like 25, 30 bucks. I think now it's settled in. It's about $10, $15. So it's a good book to spec on, though, if that character ever pops. Kevin Feige said, they were looking to expand the Asian market with Asian superheroes. So that is definitely a step in the right direction right there with Taskmaster #3. Again, that was 20% off cover for those 3 books. Now, the next 2 books I have were 15% off in another store, but we've got Marvel. And I think this is Marvel #4. Yep. This is the Art Ross cover, which is also cover A. I've seen people listed as variant, but this was the regular cover. But I believe this book is going for $20 more on eBay. So I found this 15% off cover on the shelf. But I believe the reason is, and I forget the name of who it was, but I'm going to post them. I'm going to give them some credit in this video. So look up there for their name and possibly a link to them on Instagram. But they notified me that this was probably the first time that Alex Ross drew Deadpool on a cover. So if that's true, that's pretty awesome. So that book popped, and yeah, I found it for 15% off cover, and it's going for 25, 30 bucks. Take it. All right, and now next we have Immortal Hulk #43. This is the Bennett cover B, or cover C. I believe this is cover C. But anyway, this was one of the issues that had controversial art. Bennett did the interior, so he also did the cover. Joe Bennett also did the cover for this one. This book seems to be going for about 20 bucks on eBay. There was a recall on the book, but not really. You could send it back if you wanted to get the book back with the non-offensive panels, but you didn't have to send it back in. So this one still has the offensive artwork. It was 15% off cover, and again, it's going for like 4 to 5 times cover on the secondary market. So I grabbed it. All right, let's get into the new books this week. The new comic book day haul. First up, we got The Next Batman #4, the last issue in this series of Future State. I didn't get to read it yet. I'm on issue 3. This book is dense. It's thick. It's a $7.99 price tag. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. It's got about 3 stories per. This one also features Batgirl and Gotham City Sirens, secondary stories in the book. But I'm really liking the story. I'm liking what Ridley's doing in here. I like the art. It's really good. I'm liking, the Fox tale of him being Batman. It's a really good story. I don't know what's happening in there, but I've read the first 3 parts, and I'm looking forward to reading the ending. I'm hoping it doesn't let me down. So I can't recommend or not recommend that book, but I can recommend the series. Now, like I said, $7.99 price tag. That's 4 books at $8 a pop. That's $32. I got that for 15% off, but it's a little expensive. But like I said, there's a lot in there, so you get a lot of book for your price, all right? Now we're going to switch to Marvel. We've got the Immortal Hulk Flatline #1. It's a one-shot. Declan Shalvey. He did the cover. He did the interior. He did the pencils. He did the coloring. He wrote the book. So this is Declan Shalvey doing it all. Really good. I enjoyed the art, and the story was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was a really good story. There was a first appearance of another Gamma creature in here. Spoiler alert, they didn't make it out of the book, alright? Or at least, pretty good chance you won't see them again in the Marvel Universe. But, hey, everybody comes back, right? So, it doesn't need to be bought to understand the Immortal Hulk. You don't need this to finish the run. There's nothing particularly important about this book, except it's a really good story that makes you feel more for the Hulk. And you get inside the relationship between the Hulk and Bruce Banner. So, yeah, Declan Shalvey did a really good job on this. If I had to place this in the one-shots between this and Threshing Place, I said Jeff Lemire's Threshing Place story was just a little better. It was a little better, but this isn't far off. So this is a good book. I recommend it, especially if you like the Immortal Hulk or if you like Declan Shalvey, just to see his interior work. I think his interior work was actually better than the cover. So it was a really good book. Moving on, we got Marvel. We got Marauders, #18. They're in Madripoor. They're causing a ruckus. They're stirring up the I think it's called Lowtown. They're building hospitals. They're really making Madripoor into more of a place to live for the locals than this like heavy crime, gambling, just lawlessness place that it's been, port city that it's been. Yeah, Jerry Dugan's doing a really awesome job with the Marauders. We have a new incarnation of the Reavers in this book. The Berendi are not happy with what the Marauders are doing, and it's a really fun book. It's got just that right mix, I keep saying, of comedy and seriousness, action. Bishop, Iceman, Pyro play a big role in this book, and as the main characters of this story for this book, they do a bang-up job. Moira McTaggart gets the hospital named after him, so it's the Moira McTaggart Honorary Hospital, or Memorial Hospital, not honorary, Memorial Hospital. So it's a really, really cool, really interesting book, really fun. Jerry Dugan, he's got the comedy game on lock. Plus, he just knows how to tell a very action-packed, exciting story too. So for me, he's brought it all together in the Marauders. For me, it is the best X title out there right now, overall. All right, next up, we got another Jerry Dugan book. We got Savage Avengers. This is #18, and as you see here, you got Conan and Deadpool hanging out. They've recently escaped from Rikers during the whole Null fiasco that's been happening, King in Black, because this is a King in Black tie-in. And while they're out and about and this whole King in Black thing is going down, they just want to go looting. As we all know, Conan likes to go looting, and he's bringing Deadpool along for the ride. And of all places they can go, they end up going to the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants hangout, and they're gonna rob the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Hilarity ensues because it doesn't quite work out that way, but they are a good tag team couple. This is the second issue where they've been working together. Issue 17 was actually really cool. Had a pretty funny panel where they escaped the prison cell. Yeah, if you like Deadpool, it's his 30th anniversary, by the way. Happy birthday, Deadpool. If you like Conan the Barbarian, if you just like funny buddy comedy comics, you got one right there, okay? And now let's get to the real deal, Holyfield. We got King in Black #4. This is what most of the Marvel Universe is following these days. These are what most books are being tied into these days. and this book brings us the God of Light. And what's a king to the God? You got to read this book to find out. So, Null is here. He's doing his thing. And we get the King of Light coming in to save the day. We've got a Silver Surfer appearance. And let me just say that the God of Light is the antithesis of Null and his darkness. So it's a really good book. Really awesome. This is issue 4. It's going to issue 5. When I read this, I was like, oh man, we only got one more issue left. I was a little sad. Donny Cates will be leaving Venom along with Stegman on issue 200. So, King in Black will wrap up. Venom, at least Donny Cates' run with Ryan Stegman will wrap up. And, hopefully the next arc can live up to it. But it's going to be a sad time because I'm really enjoying this book and I'm really enjoying what they've done with that character. All right. Next up is Thor number 12. Donald Blake is bringing the pain. And, I don't know where to start. Well, we got Throg. Okay, any book with Throg, it's worth a read. Lockjaw is in here. So you got Throg and Lockjaw working together against Donald Blake. Whew. The opening scene to this scared the heck out of me, right? And then the ending. Ooh, surprise ending at the end. I won't tell you who is in the last panel of this book, but we got somebody coming back to the Marvel Universe, guys. So Donald Blake, though, he is messing stuff up. You got Valkyrie there fighting Jane Foster. You got Throg. This book, phenomenal book. I recommend it. If you haven't been reading Prey and the Thor series, you should probably jump on it. It's really good. All right, we're moving on from Marvel to the indies. From Aftershock Studios, we have We Live number 5. I believe this is the last book in the run. Could be wrong. But I'm actually not caught up on this, but I love it. I love the story. I love the art. I've just fallen behind. I gotta finish reading it. But the Miranda brothers, oh man, they're doing really good stuff here. I love this cover. This cover is just dope. But I wish I could say more about it and tell you I read that, but I haven't because I haven't caught up in the series. But what I have read so far has been amazing. So I highly recommend jumping on We Live, at least issues 1, 2, and 3. I gotta read 4 and 5. All right, moving on. We got Haha number 2. And this is an anthology series. Clowns are supposed to make you laugh. And these books, I mean, they've made me chuckle. They're dark comedies. But, this one, it was really good series. I recommend reading 1 and 2. Awesome. Haha. Recommend it 100%. Don't read it if you're having a bad day. Or if you're not looking to be brought down from your high. Don't read this, but well written. The art really works with it. I'll get number 3. It's an anthology series though, like I was saying, so nothing ties in. There's the overall clown theme, but that's it. Like, these characters are one and done. And that one got me, but it was good. All right, next up, we got Stillwater number 6. Chip Zdarsky, crushing it. And Ramon K. Perez, I can't say enough about his artwork. It really fits this. Without giving away too much, this book was kind of slow, really, with issues 3 and 4, 2 maybe as well. But 5 and 6 really kicked it up into high gear. We've got some shenanigans from basically the town bully, the town roughhouser, the town enforcer, the guy who makes sure the town stays hidden. And this was pretty, for lack of a better, I'm gonna have to use a pun. This was explosive because there's an explosion that happens in 5 and carries on into 6. But it really picked up, and this was the last story in the arc, so it ends on this, as we know these days, it ends on a cliffhanger. Because they're like, come back in a couple of months when we release the next arc. We'll leave you hanging. but we told you a story. But we gave you a little taste of what's to come in season 2 or arc 2. So anyway, really good book though. Jump on Stillwater if you get the chance. The trade's coming out, I think, very soon, maybe in a couple of weeks. So wait for the trade. You don't have to spend the $4 per issue. Maybe you want to grab number 1 for spec purposes, go ahead. I think all the characters pretty much appear in 1, except for issue 5, where we get another gang show up in the book. Other than that, not really much to say without giving too much away. But Stillwater, Chip Zdarsky, he did this whole twist. Turned my head upside down. Thought I was reading another book that was going to be slow and drawn out and dramatic, and now we've got some action in this book. So thanks, Chip. All right, last but not least, well, it actually is last, we've got the Last Ronin, number 2. This is the 1 in 10 Sophie Campbell cover. I think it's pretty beautiful. And whew, if you were a Turtle fan, if you are a Turtle fan, if you think you might want to be a Turtle fan, give the Last Ronin a chance. Go ahead and read this book. I think it's definitely worth a read. It is an excellent book. In case you don't know, it's one turtle has survived. In this book, we also have April O'Neil shows up. We have the appearance of a new character. I'm not gonna give it away, but you know, it has to deal with the turtle universe. It's a good guy, let's say. It's got just the right amount of levity for a turtle book, but it's also very dark and grounded in the reality of what has happened to these turtles. But you got to read this book if you are a turtle fan, or if you were a turtle fan, or like I said, if you think you might be a turtle fan, because this is just an excellent vehicle for the turtles. I enjoy it a lot. Like I said, there's only one turtle left. I'm not going to give away who the turtle is, but we do get a death scene of one of the turtles, so we get to see how one of the turtles went out in this book. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. And for a while, it looked like he had the advantage. So, again, I'm going to just show you this one more time. Turtles, fam. TMNT, The Last Ronin. Go ahead and pick that up if you haven't. I'm digging it. With that said, that is not my favorite book of the week. It may be one of the best covers of the week. It's pretty dark. I don't know if you guys can make that out. But my favorite read of the week, guys, is Thor number 12. Donny Cates doing it again. Donald Blake, this character and this storyline, bananas. That's all I can say. I have nothing better to say, but that storyline is bananas and well worth a read. Even with King in Black going on, he's giving us something like that. That's amazing. I'm loving it. And Nick Klein. Let me not leave Nick Klein out on the art. Nick Klein is killing it. It just matches the story so perfectly. Okay, guys, so that's it. Let's wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, please smash that like button. Go ahead and comment down below too. I will answer every comment. If you're not a bot, I will answer your comment. If you are a bot, I might answer your comment. But I will answer any comment. So if I get 1 or if I get 500, everybody will hear back from me. Go ahead, again, smash the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like what you saw. Guys, do what you do. I'm going to do what I do, comic fam. I'm going to get ready for next week's comics. Peace, comic fans.